Hello and thank you for joining us on the Friday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, Wike Makinde rift deepens as PDP moves convention to Ibadan. On November 15, Presidency replies Kwakwanso says North not left behind under Tinubu. And later on the show, we'll be speaking to 2023's youngest APC presidential aspirant, Dr. Nicholas Felix, via Zoom, on the coalition and the politics ahead of the 2027 elections. Well, I'll be hanging out with Tony Wike and Kaidi Ladende. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Behind every major political decision lies a web of strategy, rivalry, and shifting alliances. The People's Democratic Party PDP's choice to host its elective national convention in Ibadan, Oyo State, has deepened the ongoing rift between the camps of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. The decision, ratified at the party's 101 National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja, is widely seen as a calculated move to bolster Makinde's influence within the PDP, potentially sidelining Wike and his loyalists. Chaired by the acting national chairman, Ambassador Ilya Damagum, the NEC meeting brought together top party leaders to address internal cohesion and the PDP's readiness for the 2027 general elections. As the party navigates this internal dynamics, all eyes remain on how this strategic shift will shape the PDP's future. All right, gentlemen, so good to have you here. All right, Tony Wike, let's begin this way. I mean, the part also between the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, and the Oyo State governor. Do you think the decision to move the convention to Ibadan is a win for Governor Makinde, looking at the ongoing PDP tussle going?
For me, I don't think it's not an issue. The last time I checked, Seyi Makinde is a PDP governor.
Sure.
Yes, he's a PDP governor, and Nyesom Wike is a minister under the present.
Still a member of the PDP.
Still a member of the PDP. And you don't expect the party, of course, I'm sure maybe other governors don't have the financial wherewithal to, financial strength to host their party. And it's a normal thing. If I hear that maybe a governor of an APC state is doing this, for me that would be news. But I know where the news is. I know where all this thing is coming from, of course, because of the rumor that Makinde's, interest in 2027 general election.
Do you think he has the interest?
You know where I'm going.
We do the facts.
So of course, if not, it won't be news. Of course, the PDP governor has to host it. If the Bauchi State governor is not doing it, somebody has to do it. I know Wike and FCT governor, FCT minister used to be, they belong to the same FCT minister. Nyesom Wike and Seyi Makinde used to be close pals.
Yeah, they used to be quite charming.
Yeah, of course, politics now, but I don't think it's a permanent thing. In the interim, they are not in the same field for now. So that is where all this thing is coming from. Seyi Makinde is a member of the PDP. He is still the governor of Oyo State. So hosting the party convention, NEC meeting, whatever, should not raise this kind of speculation we are speculating.
You don't think bringing it to Ibadan means that maybe the Southwest is calling the shots here?
See, it's a conjecture. As I said before, I know where it's coming from. It's just politics. If it's not Seyi Makinde, for instance, and it's the governor of Bauchi State that is doing it, or Taraba State governor, I'm sure nothing will happen here. Nobody's going to talk about it. So let's just wait. And secondly, 2027 is still it's 2 years away from now. We should be talking about governance and not election. We just May yesterday, that made it 2 years. So we should, I'm just surprised. This is the first time I'm seeing that election like 2 years away from now is being prepared for right now. Everybody's talking about it as if it's tomorrow. As if it's tomorrow. They've left governance. You see everybody campaign. They've started campaign.
But because
and it shouldn't be.
But because PDP is.
I know.
As an opposition,
I know.
They've been going through for a while.
PDP is an opposition party, and I know what has been happening in PDP. To an extent that a lot of people feel, just do your own thing. People were tired at a point when they were not getting it right. They seem to be getting it right. Let's just give them that benefit of the doubt and see how it goes. You know, Sheyi Makinde maybe has the resources to say, okay, come and host this in my. I know where you're going. I know. Come and host this in my state. I see nothing wrong there. This insinuation, it's possible. I'm not doubting those who are thinking in that direction.
Kaidi, the choice of Ibadan as a venue for the convention, do you see it as a calculated move to reposition the party, the Southwest as the power base of the party?
Okay, so as it is, I think it's too early to do this speculation and to do this conjecture. And we know that for politicians, nothing is done without a purpose. Let's give it to them.
Okay.
But if you want to look at it on the basis of reports available, because we haven't heard Wike say this is a wrong move, and we haven't heard anybody saying, oh, they want to start another crisis. As far as PDP is concerned, and what is in the news, is that they've settled their differences. In fact, I was going to even raise that issue when some lawmakers defected recently and said there are issues within the party. I said, I hope somebody will not go to court and challenge them that, hey, what is your reason? You remember the Rivers issue where the lawmakers had to quickly say we are still in PDP because they proved to them that as at that time there was no internal wranglings within the party. So based on what Tony has said, I think if we look at it on the news, we look at what is in the, somebody has to host it. And it's better for a governor who is in power to also host it. And let me remind you, I think there have been some conventions in the PDP where the thing took place in Rivers, and the Rivers governor did not have his way with his candidates. Do you understand? So sometimes it goes beyond just hosting. What is your spending power? What is your how have you been able to penetrate the structure, the delegates, or whoever is going? I know this is not the primary convention.
Yeah, I know.
This has to do with the new NWC that is going to be formed. So let's leave it at the level the party has left it. Nobody has cried foul.
But this,
but I understand. I understand. You can suspect. For me, if I were part of the decision-making team, I think it would be unfair to still allow Wike to determine the venue. This is someone who is perceived to be one of the reasons why PDP has been in crisis for a long time. So if you have allowed Atiku to leave the party for him, and now we are saying, let's come together, it is safer for us to have it other way, not necessarily Wike's way.
But this rift between the Oyo State governor and Nyesom Wike, do you see it as maybe ideological, personal, or just strategic ahead of 2027?
So maybe we should not be the, what's the word now? We should not be I'm looking for the right word. These people, you said they have rift. You might be shocked that this might be part of the script. These are people who have gone so deep into each other that you disagree with me over having a meeting, let's move on and all these things. Might be part of the script. So, but let's wait till we see them say, you are now my number one enemy. I have left Atiku, I'm going to face you. But as far as the PDP is concerned, please give them a breathing space.
Okay, now let's talk about the convention coming up. Okay, do you think this upcoming convention coming up November 15, yes, do you think this convention, the PDP will be able to finally settle all its disputes, the issue of party's national secretary, the zoning, other factional leadership, claims in the PDP? You think that by November 15, all of it will be put to bed?
I just pray, first and foremost, that convention holds, that November. Because, they've been shifting for like beginning of this year till now. I just pray that they get their acts together, being able to solve. I think, see, the problem the PDP is having, and which they are yet to solve, is indiscipline.
On the part
PDP, yeah, PDP had, PDP produced how many presidents? 2, still living. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan. But the moment they leave, the moment their tenure ends, they disappear. They no longer, participate in the party affairs and all that. Party needs funding, and the governors are funding the party. The party, the governors fund the party, from local government and all that. So how many governors do they have now? That's why people were thinking that Atiku can provide that lead, like the torchbearer of the party. But you see what's going on in the party between him and Wike. Eventually, he left. So now the party is under Wike. Wike is here and he's there. There are some people, a lot of them in the party. You can see a lot of them moving to ADC. Wike is there, one leg in PDP and one leg out there. And the party doesn't have, still look confused as regarding how to deal with this issue. In a situation, in fact, in homes where there are no discipline, in offices where there are no discipline, there won't be any headway.
So what you're saying, you want them to discipline or reconcile?
No.
Or do the two?
What do you mean reconcile? You have to please, you must first and foremost discipline. You must learn to bite, and at the same time you can smile. There are some people who feel they own the party because they have the funding. They've been, promoting the party. If you go wrong, there must be consequences. If you do well, you're praised. But just look at them. Just look at what is happening in PDP. Let's just even start from there. Because some individuals feel they own the party. It's simple. And they've been controlling it. This one said, I'm going to provide the secretary, zone to a particular region. It's going to come from me. And the guy is there now. So first and foremost, if you want to act, that's why I said, I hope in November that the convention holds. Because if you don't deal with this whole issue, it will come up again. The same issue they're talking about is still existing. They're just pretending that all is well. I saw the meeting they had yesterday. I didn't see Wike there.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Just watch. You must deal with some people. Okay, what about those people who defected? I won't say defect because they've not done it officially to ADC. What if ADC doesn't pay them by November and they return? What happened? Atiku said he has left PDP. Has he actually left PDP? Anything showing that he has left PDP? And a lot of them, Senator David Mark and all, they're all members of the PDP. They've not done that. Now, so just you must talk about the issue of discipline before reconciliation. Why don't you reconcile, please?
Now, just in 1 minute, because of our time, will this convention signal a new direction for the PDP ahead of 2027?
If the convention is to hold before November, maybe yes. But let's hope this does not conflagrate into a deeper problem. But the point I quickly want to chip in from what Tony said is the fact that this has been the trend with the ruling party. The ruling party always have its way of being together because there is a central figure who is ruling.
Exactly.
So this word is not just for PDP. Let's hope APC will learn if ever they get into opposition again, because we don't know where the pendulum will swing in 2022, 31, 2035 and the rest. But I think the picture is painting here is that let there be structure. Let there be structure for discipline every members. It is not the deepest pocket that should always call the shot. And that is the way our politics is.
But politics in Nigeria is about money.
It's about money alone.
He who pays the piper, But anyway, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. The allocation of federal projects is